E buonasera e bentornati su Starfighters Italia. Everyone, welcome back to Starfighters Italia for another XTC 2021 match. Obviously today I'm not alone because I'm totally incapable of properly commenting an X-Wing match. Therefore, with me there's one of the most daring captains of this edition, Dave, Captain Malta. Hello! Possibly the connection has just literally died in this second, because I can't hear Dave anymore. Dave. Check. Let's try and connect back to him. Okay, there you are. You vanished for a tiny bit. Hello, check.
Hello, yes.
Oh, okay, I can hear you now. Sorry, your audio went away for like 10 seconds. I was panicking. Oh no, he's gone.
No worries. I couldn't hear you either for a moment there as well. Hi.
Hello, thank you for joining us for the stream, and thank you for leading a team in the XTC 2020. So sorry, 2021. I skipped the year.
Yes.
Skipped the year.
No, it's great. It's a pleasure to be in the XTC. Myself and a couple of my teammates, we have experience with ETC from the days of 40k. So the fact that we get to play something we're familiar with and a game that we really enjoy, X-Wing, in the same sort of scenario, was very, very well something we were looking forward to.
Oh well. I've always felt the ETC as a, great time, a great get-together, great party, so joining ETC and X-Wing, yes, totally made my day as well.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm still in contact with a lot of people from back then as well.
Oh yeah, me too. And also, I'll take this time to give a big shout-out to Neil Kerr, who, after organizing, I think like being involved in the organization as a chairman for the ETC, has started together with other former organizers of the ETC a new team circuit for the 40k. I think it's called World Team Championship, 40k World Team Championships. I don't know if you saw that.
No, actually didn't. That's actually something very interesting because 40k is one of the bigger game systems here locally in Malta. The big ones being 40k, X-Wing, and a little bit of, actually quite a bit of A Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh, that's interesting. We have a small but solid community in Italy for A Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh, that's great.
Yep. Really happy to hear that. So, what do we have on the table today? I see they are almost ready. They are setting the dials for turn 1. Would you like to go through any of the two lists?
Well, I'll go through the Resistance, if you don't mind, because Resistance is my favorite faction, and
Sure.
I'm actually flying Resistance myself. So
Sure.
it's
Up.
so it starts off with 2 transport pods, one of which is Finn, and the other one is Rose. Finn has Heroic, which is a rather stapled-on talent for Finn. And Rose has C-3PO, which works very well with her ability. Jessica Pava with, obviously, the integrated S-foils. And 2 Red Squadron experts with S-foils as standard, and also Heroic also. A very good, what's the word I'm looking for? Faction thematic talent, Heroic.
Oh, yeah.
There are 2 people in the world, people who think that Heroic is OP, and people who think that it really isn't.
I fall maybe in another category. I don't think it's OP. I do think it's not a good card. I don't know if it's like a sensible comment to make with one of the most hardcore Resistance players I've seen recently. I think it's a card that has too much, maybe too easy to use. There's no drawback, not even the cost.
Drawback is that you're not guaranteed to use it. I've had plenty of games where heroic has not gone off once in the entire game.
Fair enough.
But I've had games where the most I had, sometimes I do count them to see how much. One game it went off 11 times.
Okay, that's a lot of time. 11 times, it's a lot of times, I gotta say.
Yes, so it's very well worth at one point. But like I said, there are games where it didn't matter whatsoever. It's a good emergency button, let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, agreed, completely agreed. It's a good emergency solution, it's a good parachute from when missiles are raining from everywhere. So yeah, agreed. I am very happy to review my previous statement based on the latest discoveries about its use. Okay, colors are set. I think they are dealing with the maneuvers. Ping is fine, interface is okay, zoom level is okay, timer has not started. Cool. Okay, I'll go through the Empire list. So it's a variation of the Gendon plus Mini Swarm. It brings a Hatchetman, that's actually one of my favorite ships, and I'm talking about what I'm putting up on screen now. It's Major Vinder equipped with, let me have a look, fire control system, advanced proton torpedoes, diamond boron missiles, advanced slam, and the OS-1 arsenal configuration. Sided by 7th sister with concussion missiles, 5th brother both on the TIE Advanced V1, escorting Colonel Gendon completely naked like Mama made him. And I think I've lost Dave again. No, you're there.
Okay. No, I'm here. Was just waiting for you to finish. Unfortunately, it would have been nice if we could have seen passive sensors on those two advanced V1s, but unfortunately, obviously, there wasn't enough points, and the only points where you can take things off from is Major Vinder, and you really can't. Because with her kit, if you remove one thing, you might as well not bring her at all.
And the players have started just now because I didn't tell them that we were ready to start, and they were very patiently waiting.
Whoops.
Oopsies. As I promised, bad quality stream but high quality puns. So
So let me ask you, Piffo.
Yeah.
If I were to put a gun to your head and tell you who do you think is gonna win?
Ooh, interesting. Wait, are we referring to the match, to the group, to the whole XTC?
Let's start with this particular match.
This particular match. So,
because the XTC is obviously going to be Team Malta.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm rooting for you guys. Like, Italy sucks this year, so let's go to the closest competitor.
Ooh, shots fired.
Ooh. No, I'm kidding. The guys are good.
Yeah.
So I think that this resistance archetype is definitely above the curve. It's a sheer amount of firepower, loads and loads of rerolls, manageable to fly information, and it's a, how do you say schiacciasassi? A compressor. Like, it's a compressor, not a list of spaceships. If you end up in a kill box of 2 or 3 ships, I think one of your ships melts immediately.
Yeah. Personally, what the Empire list has going for it, in my opinion, is the fact that Vinder with the slam can just bug out and get out of dodge if things get a bit too hot.
Yes.
And the diamond boron missiles, I'm just double checking if this is the one I'm thinking. Yes, it is. Diamond boron missiles are exactly manufactured for a list like the Resistance. It wants targets who have a very similar agility and who stay close together.
I gotta say it's a great inclusion in this list. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good card. It's a good card. I like that. I wish it was played a bit more.
It's very meta dependent because right now we have lots of lists with generics, 5+ dips, and the like. If you come against a 2-ship list, like I think Doug House first order, Kylo and Von Reg, Diamond Boron's not going to be doing anything other than its primary damage.
Yeah.
There's going to be no benefit other than a normal three die primary attack. But against a Vulture Swarm, a resistance 5 ship list, it's going to do wonders. Also, the advanced B1s, they have 3 agility dice. That helps a lot, and it also hurts a lot. It depends on what the dice gods decide for you that day.
Oh yeah, it's really, really how do you say? Not variation.
Variance.
Variance depending. Yeah, variance depending.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, my vocabulary definitely lacks game terms, so please bear with me.
For example, yesterday, my teammate Andrew, he was playing his game against I forgot what his name is, but it was basically the Empire player for Chile.
Okay.
He had Echo, Grand Inquisitor, and Vader. If I flew that list, I'd be rolling nothing but blanks with my green dice. But his green dice were really, really helpful to him. He managed to get very good green dice. Not to say he didn't fly well whatsoever, he definitely did, but the green dice helped him a lot. But unfortunately in Empire, sometimes the green dice make you or break you.
Yes, definitely. Plus, like, I agree with the fact that you can say that green dice helped, but I do have the very strong conviction that dice do not really make or break a game. To roll dice in X-Wing, you have to take at least, I would say, 5 decisions before rolling dice. So what really matters is those 5 decisions. 5 or more decisions. Maybe you can start even from the list building that you do. So yeah, it's definitely good list building, good talent, good moves. And then dice comes. So agreed with your opinion.
It's one of the reasons, for example, like in Resistance, why I don't particularly enjoy flying A-Wings. A-Wings are great, they have lots of time on target, and prockets can ruin anyone's day. But unfortunately, if you get caught out, an A-Wing is going to give half points, which sets you back, so you have to try and flying back to try and make up those points you just lost. And it starts to become a downward spiral if you don't control it quickly enough.
Oh yeah, it becomes micromanaging your point loss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I just prefer X-Wings, to be very honest. The T-70, it's one of my favorite ships in the game, and I think it's like one of the best, most well-rounded ship in the game, to be very honest.
Yeah. Yesterday I was referring to the top 3 chassis, and I did one of my usual hot takes, saying that the ARC 170 is definitely in my top 5, if not top 3 chassis. If I were to complete, definitely. If I were to complete that top 3, I would say that the T70 is position 1, Fire Spray position 2, ARC 170 position 3.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
The ARC is just a great workhorse. The Fire Spray does performs well, and it's not an opinion. You can just check stats. And the T70, It's just a good, well designed ship. It's not overly powerful. It doesn't have any super bad weaknesses.
It has a great
Yes.
array of modification slots.
Yes.
That's really important to me, and the possibility to include tech upgrades and basically a free slot for what's that? Cannons, missiles.
The hard point.
Yeah, the hard point. That's even if everyone uses the jamming beam, like the option to have something different, if anything different ever comes out, canon wise, it's a great inclusion.
Definitely. It's one of the reasons why the M3 Interceptor, the Seek in Scum, is so good as well. It's because of that hard point.
Yeah, it's a cheap secondary weapon carrier. Considering that secondary weapons in X-Wing, another hot take, my opinion, are, I would say, 40% of their cost too expensive. And they're definitely less effective than the stuff that we were used to in first edition. Having a cheap, versatile carrier is key to seeing them on the board.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree.
Yay! I make sense. That's wonderful.
And it's why you have lists like Octa Khan's list, which is just as many 6 as you can fit in with cannon each. I can't remember exactly what the ratio is, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like 3 tractor beams and the rest are auto blasters.
Oh yeah, it's... really can't remember. I'll go have a look. Because my memory is terrific. Let's see if just by Googling I can... Nah, I have to go to List Fortress.
Don't worry. I have the PDF open.
Yay!
Yay! So...
I'll fill some air in the meantime by saying thank you, Dave, because if you don't know, Dave is the madman who designed the XTC damage decks and the XTC official pairing cards for all teams. So if you see those cool pairing cards going up and down, being flipped and flopped, it's all thanks to Dave's work. So thank you.
You're very welcome. We're a community. We're a bunch of friends, so doing good stuff for friends helps everyone out. So, I found it. It has 3 tractor beams and 4 auto blasters.
Ooh, yeah. Nasty.
It is my favorite cannon, the auto blaster.
Ooh.
Definitely.
We're seeing the first really tough dice being rolled. So, let's see what happens. Exactly nothing. A T-70 has attacked on 5th Brother, but did exactly 0 damage thanks to the very good use of a force token.
Right. That was a very short engagement, but then again, it's that usual range 3 poke at them from far away engagement.
Yep. So I'll take 1 second while they plan maneuvers to update Piotr's list, just because I realized I forgot 1 upgrade. There it goes. It doesn't load certain upgrades, so I need to add 1 ship, remove 1 ship, and then re-export it again. There we go. So this is something that happens sometimes with JustB. If you're a streamer and you see that it doesn't properly load your upgrades, just add a random ship, then remove it and export again your squad. You'll see that everything will go in its place. Really nice. And
Awesome.
And I mistakenly just killed 5th Brother. Okay, now double check. Yay, it works. So, 62 minutes on the clock, one very brief, very timid engagement, no damage, but Fifth Brother has shot one homing missile.
Alright, so where do you think Piotr's ships are going? Who do you think they're going to be targeting first?
So, in the resistance list, there is one obvious bait that, if you see from Piotr's perspective, has been laid full front in the formation, that is Finn. Finn is the bait of that formation, so it really depends if Piotr falls in the bait. After a few weeks of playing against this very diffused resistance archetype, I don't think he's gonna fall in the bait. I think his ships on the right hand side of the screen, so Fifth Brother and the Hatchetman, Major Winder, are gonna go flanking long on the side of the resistance formation. Same thing for the Seventh Sister, maybe changing completely her direction. And if you heard something ringing, it was the banana bread that is ready. Yay!
I would comment and say what I think about this sort of what to go for first, but I don't want to give anyone any secrets against flying against me. No. But joking aside, in the spirit of advancing community know-how, personally, I think going for Finn, definitely a mistake. He is bait, and he is a bullet sink. He's cheap enough that if he does die, he's not going to give too much, and he's a bit of a hassle to get rid of. The same thing with Rose. Rose, yes, she's the coordinator. She can provide a second modification, but she's going to have at least one calculate, and she's going to have a bunch of rerolls. So she's deceptively tanky as well.
Oh yeah. You know what? Also Finn, I've seen in a few matches involving this archetype, if he doesn't go down in the early turns, he sometimes spends late game just wandering around the board. Because either he's damaged and he's trying not to die, hence he's fleeing, or he's just not fast enough to turn around while the others are flying here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've actually seen some builds with Finn that have pattern analyzer, so that when he does his 3k, he's able to actually take modifications, so that he's not, vulnerable for a turn. But then again, most people say if you're taking tech, you might as well take advanced optics on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the two main roads you can take with Finn. About this specific game, I'm pretty curious about Seven Sisters opening. Because, yes, she's in range from Jandon to proc the ability. What I don't really understand is how it's gonna be like the middle game strategy. Because Fifth Brother is already in a clusterfuck of obstacles. Seventh Sister has the obvious obstacle of Jandon being very close to her flight line, so she has one side that is kind of blocked, and the resistance is approaching. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
What might happen is the Lambda might keep on trucking along, and Sister might actually just do a one hard turn and barrel roll to go along the outside for a flanking maneuver, possibly. If she does that, if she manages to go to that part of the board, Jason's gonna have to think about what he's gonna do. Is he going to split up his little swarm? Is he going to keep everything together and try and ignore Seven Sister, or is he going to try and move around in such a way that he does maintain the range 1 bubble for Jess?
The list building for Poland on this squad, I would say, is pretty clever, because you have 4 ships who all share kind of the same amount of points and costs. Winder is a tiny bit higher because he's carrying loads and lots of equipment, but whoever you start hitting, like, is the same amount of points as anybody else. So there is no obvious, no obvious target for your fire.
Definitely.
Oh, also, I didn't check who has the initiative. Not that it matters much, but still. Let's see the comments. So, yes, Warboss, Fifth Brother shot a homing missile. Apologies from my side, as it was missing from the streaming interface. Now it should be okie dokie. Yeah, now we're seeing the usual action from Resistance. They are spreading a tiny bit of formation to enlarge the firing arc coverage, and all of them do the old trick of one bank or one straight and then getting a focus token.
Definitely trying to set up kill boxes and making sure that they get as many arcs on target as possible. The main thing about this list, not the secret to flying it, but is the road to success with that list is time on target.
Yes, the tempo, pacing of your game. I would say that Jason's engagement strategy, I would say, is kind of successful, because he managed to just have one mutual range 3 shot, and now he's on to the enemy, like on to his opponent with
Definitely
1, 2, 3 ships. So good on you, Jason.
Fifth Brother got that that evade from a coordinate.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he knew he was gonna be going into the lion's mouth, so you know how where everyone talks about focus evade. Not focus evade, sorry, force evade. It makes a ship exceptionally tanky. Seventh Sister, she turned in.
Huh. Oh, there's gonna be an awful lot of firing this round.
Oh, definitely.
Winder
So Winder,
shooting on. Who's that? Just Pava, I think.
Pava, Miss Pava.
Ooh,
Natties.
three natural hits. And
2 natural evades.
Pava loses 1 shield.
Not exactly sure why they rolled that 1 die.
I have no clue. Because they activated a range 1 ability, so maybe it was Jessica Pava's ability. But doesn't really make sense, to be frank. No, there should be Fifth Brother. Shooting still on Pava. Oh.
I'm using the focus to get 2 evades.
Yep. Seven Sister. Initiative 4. Still on Pava. Oh no, no. Ooh, that's not a good defense roll.
It's not. Use the ability, man. No.
No. Oh, 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 okay. Ah, okay, because that's a focus. Sorry, I thought it was an evade. So that's no shields and 2 damage on Jessica Pava, who now has been halved, meaning that Piotr is leading by 26 points, and now there's an awful lot of 2 hits, 1 crit being rolled.
2 shields on blue.
There we go, Mr. Blue. Doo-doo. So, dear viewers at home, also the pink Red Squadron Expert has heroic and integrated S foils, but I am very lazy and I don't want to go and export and re-import it again. I am very lazy, sorry.
Alright, so it's the blue
On
Red Squadron Expert.
on Winder.
Range 1.
Ooh! Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Oh,
That's 3 damage, equaling 3 shields on poor Winder. That's definitely...
1 away from half points.
Nope. Reroll, nope. Now it's Fiend's turn. No, sorry, that's Rose. 2 dice, those 2 dice being rolled. 1 blank, 1 focus, 1 hit, 2 hits. The pace is high, the pace is high, evaded.
10.
Yeah, I've seen fast players, but Piotr and Jason are really pushing the pedal to the metal.
Definitely. So yeah, he took a strain to get a focus result.
Ooh, and that's 2 damage on Winder, who gets halved.
Yep. Only 2 hull points left.
So now the table has been put even again, because it's 28 for Jason against 26 for Piotr. There's some furious dial setting. What do you think is gonna happen next turn? Because now the situation is really, really convoluted and complicated.
Well, definitely I can guarantee that Jason is going to regret the fact that he didn't use Jess's ability to reroll those defense dice.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That hurt a lot. So I can see Vinder trying to zoom past Finn and Jess, and possibly trying to use and taking a target lock on Rose to get advanced proton torpedo off on her.
Okay. Okay. Interesting take.
That's how I'm seeing it. Now, I'm probably gonna be wrong there, but
No, but that's like fair enough. I agree. I was also thinking about Winder. Winder for now has shot 2 diamond boron missiles. He still has 1, and he still has 1 advanced proton torpedo.
so the one die that they were rolling for the
Yeah.
diamond boron missile.
Diamond boron.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit late to the party.
Oh, no, I'm much later than you. Like, ask me to guess 1 card, I won't, because I don't remember them.
So, sister. So, Fifth Brother doesn't have a target lock. Because if he had a target lock, I would. I would see him doing a turnaround maneuver just to get a homing missile off on Jess.
There's 2 target locks on Jess. One is from Vinder, and the other one is from Seventh Sister, I think, because it's yellow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Flipster, for putting all the nice colors so blind people like me can see stuff. Sorry, not blind. People who can see really good can see stuff even without reading. Sometimes I feel like Derek Zoolander in the school model scene. Just like, it's so tiny! How do you expect players to see that? It's so tiny.
Yeah, bump.
Ooh. Huh. I honestly expected Finn to do some shenanigans, maybe do a choreogram. I don't remember. Yeah, they should have like a 3 or 4 choreogram maneuver.
They have a 3K, yeah.
1, 2, 3 could, yeah, potentially have fitted in there. I mean,
What I think what's gonna happen is Rose is gonna move forward and coordinate Finn to give him his focus. Especially if Jason gets the block over here with Jess, with Vin there.
oh yeah, the resistance is closing in.
Definitely.
There's one of the 2 between Vinder and Fifth Brother is ending up in a heal box. So also, PSA, always remember to close your windows if you are live streaming an X-Wing match in summertime in Italy, because I'm in the heal box of a swarm of mosquitoes. Somebody help me.
Get a lot of mosquitoes down here as well.
Wow.
Thankfully I have a nice air conditioner in my room, so just close the windows and
Blast
pile
it
on the
off.
cold. Yes, definitely. Now, who's Rose gonna coordinate to?
Ooh.
Is Jess's wings closed?
Let me see, I can't really see the token.
No, they're open.
Yep.
I zoomed in. So she can't barrel roll, that's for sure.
I do have, I just noticed something. There's, oh well, there's no card for the configuration. Maybe? Let's see.
It's a bit of an issue sometimes with
Sorry.
S foils.
Yeah. Just
Sometimes they don't flip with the token.
sorry, viewers. I just moved the table, but nothing is happening, so all good. Again, low quality stream, great quality entertainment. There we go. If you wanted something professional, just go to Gold Squadron or Exiled and stop watching Starfighters Italia.
But then if you go to Gold Squadron, you just have Marcel talking about how great America is, Team America is. Which, let's be honest, they are damn pretty good, but...
Yeah, but not that much.
Yes, Marcel, we got it the first 100 times he told us.
Yeah, but I mean, without the inclusion of Ian Colombo, also known as the hero of 2 worlds, who is who is a freshman who played really badly for both Italy and the US, that team is nothing. Team US, you need Ian back in your roster. Maybe you should swap out for Carson. Carson is a decent scrub, but no. Out Carson, in Ian, then you're gonna win something. Nah, I'm kidding. Kudos to Carson, because he's one of the people who entertains me weekly with his and Tim's podcast, and John, also their co-host. That is, I totally can never remember the name. I hate myself. My memory is really bad. Sorry, people.
Okay, so there seems to be a range 1 shot on Rose.
Radio TCX. A weekly podcast, condensed episode, 30 minutes. You should enjoy it. So let's see how it's going. Hit, and a focus. Oh no, completely dodged. Thanks to a calculate token.
Yeah.
Thank you, C3PO.
Fifth brother. A crit focus. Yep. Spends the focus.
One shield on Rose, I would say.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
With all those shots coming in into her.
Oh yeah, in Zero, I'll clear my cache. I did it the other day, but it keeps giving me this kind of funny business. Yeah.
Why is Rose applying a crit? Was her shield down already?
Maybe, and I lost it. It's possible I lost
Probably.
it from earlier, yeah. She has a loose
Crit is
stabilizer.
loose stabilizer.
That's unfortunate.
Well, let's be very honest. Well, what are the maneuvers that these transport pods make?
Oh, that's 2 more damage on Rose. Yikes. That's bye-bye, Rose. I'm so weak.
So yeah, loose stabilizer doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, that's one way to heal a damage, right? to
Oh, yeah,
to repair a critical damage.
My favorite thing ever is like when the last crit before a ship dies is panicked pilot. You're dying, yes, you're gonna be panicked.
Oh no, I'll bring my 2 stress tokens to hell! So, Jendon, my boy, attacking. Ooh! Hit, crit, thanks to a focus token. Defense roll. Ooh! 2 focus, 2 foci, 2 blanks. Losing 1 shield, getting 1 damage on poor guy Finn.
It is fuel leak.
Finn, you are definitely not lucky today.
Nope.
Ooh, 3 hits. 1 evade, and I think... Was it still on Finn? Finn... No. Oh, sorry.
No, it was a shot on Vinder.
Yeah.
Vinder's out.
And Vinder salutes us. Bye-bye. So, Piotr.
That's the pity about Vinder. She either does a lot of work or she does absolutely nothing.
I mean, this time the trade-off was decent, because he managed to fire 2 highly effective weapons, then horribly died, but still, in the meantime, 5th bro loses 1 shield.
Exactly.
I love the V1s, but geez, they are so flimsy.
They are literally A-wing chassis. Like I was saying earlier, if you get caught out, you're giving half points, if not full points.
Dun dun dun. Okay, let's review what they traded. Piotr gave his Vinder and 1 shield for basically 2 ships. Another hot take, I think Finn is dead, because, I mean, fuel leak, any damage that goes through is a crit damage, and there's a high chance he's drawing a direct hit. So I would say Finn is gone.
Yeah, but he's on one health anyway.
Oh yeah,
so
he has correct, 3 hulls.
So that crit doesn't really matter, to be very honest.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So yeah, the penultimate crit is the best place where to get a fuel leak, because it's the same as that crit where you get a damage if you go over an obstacle. It's like, okay.
I think the real game here is, can Jendon keep up with the rest of the game? Because now he's in the center of the board, he's in a good position to shoot, but also he's going to be possibly next round in a great position to be shot at.
Not only that, right now he has the option to either go straight and be out of the fight and shoot backwards with a 2-die shot, turn in it with a bank and be in the fight and possibly get some good shots through the front, but the next turn he's eating debris, or else a turn to the right to face blue.
Oh, yeah.
But that means he'd be easy prey for pink and Jess.
Handbrake! Pull the handbrake, Jendon! Pull the handbrake! Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Players in the chat that, those players in the chat, they can actually play X-Wing. I can't, and they just reminded me that we missed one thing on Rose, because one damage on Rose, because Fifth Brother used his ability. He spent 2 forces to add 1 crit. So that's what.
Oh.
Yup. Yup. As you can see, I'm intermittently reading the live chat.
Yeah, I got to hand it to you streamers. This is my first time commentating on a live game, and it's tougher than it looks.
I gotta say they're playing quite fast. Like, I like it. How do you say? I would say I'm not like the greatest at commenting, but just because sometimes I lose myself in talking like exactly now, and sometimes I definitely miss card interactions. Kudos to who streams basically every day, every week consistently, because they're doing an amazing job for keeping the whole community engaged.
Exactly.
In the meantime, Jendon, you are.
Jendon is in trouble.
Yes, that does remind me of a very good friend of mine called Piper Perry, and a very famous pitcher.
At least pink bumped, so that's 1 less shot against him.
Yeah, he just saved Jendon from a 4-dice shot, possibly modded. Still, Finn could leave the field before shooting.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, you have a 4-dice primary front attack. To waste it on, I'm using air quotes, to waste it on 1 hull point on Finn, when
Yes.
you have an X-Wing pointing straight at you.
Yes. And that's 3
Okay.
crits. Ouch. 2 shields on pink.
Yep, he's going into Finn. Ooh, 4 hits.
I think Finn is dead.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing he can do to... Even if he managed to do his whole combo, wumbo, abracadabra, what have you.
You fly off the board, Finn.
Exactly, that 4th hit guaranteed it.
Now Jendon is gonna suck up some damage.
Definitely.
You know what? The addition of the back arc on the Lambda was a marvel.
Definitely. I really didn't used to like the Lambda because it's... And I was a 1st edition player. So I know the whole, Lambda with pulp and everything. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
1 point goes through. So yeah, the Palpamobile was a staple in 1st edition, and you'd see it practically everywhere. But that's the biggest frustration of it. Once you get to a certain point in the game, it was very difficult to help out your squad because you were just simply outmaneuvered constantly.
Yeah, but just because the Empire only had either the Lambda or the what's his name, the Reaper, to carry Palpatine, correct?
No, back then. Back then, the Reaper hadn't come out, and First Order was part of the Empire.
Oh, there was.
Because let me tell you a story, children. Back in First Edition, Empire and First Order, and Rebels and Resistance, they were two separate factions, and you could play them together.
And we could not lose many games using Republic because Republic sucks at this very moment. You could actually go to a tournament and expect to win at least one game.
But then again, I'm glad for second edition because the first edition boogeyman lists were way worse than
Oh yeah.
the second edition ones.
I mean, I'm not an expert in numbers. My background as an architect is not does not give me strong how do you say strong skills in mathematics. Niels is definitely better than me at this. Just the fact that now you have 7 different factions, 7 separate factions, means that even if each one of them has a tier 0 or tier S squad, you can expect to find a wider distribution of lists, like 7 tier S lists. In first edition, you could find 3. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, in second edition, unfortunately, you'll find 5 of those 7 tier lists all in separatists.
Nah, now you're being... Ooh, lambda bumps.
Ooh, yeah. And doesn't take any damage, at least.
Nelson Mans.
Okay, Pink will probably not get any shots this turn. Alright. That's somewhat unexpected.
Yep. So Jendon actually gets... Oh well. Ooh.
Jazz is a common.
In the words of my good friends Daft Punk, face to face.
Oh man, that band.
Oh.
I grew up on them.
Oh yeah. Because actually my wife never listened to them. So one day we were traveling, I think, to Milan. Yeah, last year, because we were going to the fake national championships that we organized in September. And I was like, Anna, have you ever heard Daft Punk? She was like, nah, I think I've heard the song with Kanye West. And I was like, what? Okay, now we're playing Daft Punk for the whole travel.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
youngsters.
The Kanye West song out of all. Yes.
So...
Will she use her ability?
No. Why would you use it? Oh yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe not. Nope. Focus. And sucking up another damage. Yeah, I mean, safe choice. But... Oh, one crit gets... Ooh, fuel leak. I think
Okay.
that was the ability. No, I did something stupid. Sorry. No. They flipped one.
No.
Just.
And Jess is gone. Yeah. No, she had used the concussion missiles.
Yeah.
That's why she couldn't use her ability.
Yeah.
Only on a primary.
I think this was the pivotal moment for the game. Because now you have 2 X-Wings, both kind of... not damaged, but I mean... with... Ooh. My line went down for a second. Yup, sorry, my line went down for a second. Yay! So, viewers, you might experience some buffering, or maybe you are already experiencing it, thanks to the programmed delay. Yeah, definitely pivotal moment for the game, because now you have 2 X-Wings, low on shields against, 3 heavy hitters.
Against 7 sister, 5th brother, and Jendon. I can honestly see the X-Wings, though, just swarming and going after sister, or trying to at least. Probably not now, because they won't be able to get round that quickly. But they'll head after sister, and on the way there, do a few shots on Jendon on their way to her.
His main problem is
Right now,
they are now forced or to do a long maneuver, pace, and re-engage, or to do a red maneuver and re-engage immediately. Okay. That's 1 damage on Jendon because of the rock.
It's not rock, it's debris, isn't it?
Let me see.
It's debris.
Let me see. I can't see properly. Yes, debris. So no damage on Jendon. Sorry.
So yeah, blue did a 2 bank, get rid of the stress. Boosting around. So, I honestly can't see 5th brother getting in any position where they're gonna be engaging. So it's basically repositioning on both sides. Though sister is applying pressure. From that position, she's kind of ensuring the fact that pink won't try and go right.
Yeah. Plus, Jendon will be in a very good position next turn, assuming he banks or turns to the left. He's gonna be behind the cloud. Kind of.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would maybe bank 2 left with Jendon. So for 2 turns, if you move in slowly, you are behind the cloud. And you have time to turn and re-engage.
Definitely.
Or turn right and shoot from the butt. That's the same.
If he does turn right, I think it would be a bit too far away to reach. Yeah, it's turning in to the left. Coordinating, I think.
Yep, coordinating a lock.
Yeah, it's white for him. They're coming down for fifth brother instead. Which makes sense, he's kind of off by himself, to be very honest.
Yeah, the whole team Poland is in the chat cheering for Piotr. Hi Pavel! I haven't seen you like since maybe, I don't know, SOS Poland 2017 or 18? Can't remember.
So, his brother's got a shot on pink,
Yeah.
2 dice. Using the focus for 2 hits.
And he also gets to add a crit if he wants.
Use the focus, man. You don't have any other shots.
Yup. And there goes
Exactly.
the crit. And what's that? Console fire!
That
on
is
pink.
takes 1 damage from the fire. Blue onto fifth brother.
Ah, crit.
No focus.
Dodged.
Safe. So if you were Jason right now, what would be your plan to try and get as many points as possible? Because from my calculation, it's 134 to 55, right?
Yes, there's an 80 points difference. How do you make 80 points? You make 80 points. Oh, you have to kill 2 ships.
Yeah.
Because even if you kill 1 and half 1, it's still not
If you
enough.
exactly, if you kill, for argument's sake, 7 sister and half Gendon,
Then
that would be 25, 75. You're still
75.
short.
Yeah, still short. Assuming you don't lose anything in the meantime.
Exactly. So yeah, decide which is the easiest 2 ships to go for. Whether the 2 advanced V1s, which have less health but more green dice, or Gendon, which is less maneuverable and only 1 green die.
I would aim for. I don't know. Yeah. Like in the chat, I've seen like good game, meaning as the game is over. It is very possible that the game is over for Jason. It's gonna be tough to come back from that. You could also consider like managing your loss. It's one of the things about XTC. You're not playing by yourself, you're playing as a team. I don't know how they evaluated this matchup after the result of the matchups minigame. It could be that this game was a programmed loss. I don't know, for one of the 2 teams. In the meantime, pink has left us.
Yeah, at this point it's...
I don't think there's a comeback from this.
I mean, never say never. You never know. It might be that 1 in a trillion chance where all the planets align in the solar system and he manages to take no damage and destroy everything.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. There could be a
But
crit chain, whatever happens. No, fair enough. That was quite.
let's just say there's a non-zero chance.
Yeah. That honestly, that was a bit indelicate from me. So you are completely right.
But yeah. But like you were saying, that's one of the things I like most about XTC. So the two things I like most about the XTC is all the smack talk all the captains have for one another.
Yeah.
That's just
I love the smack talk. I love the
good
smack
fun.
talk. Yeah. Guys.
And my comments earlier to Marcel were all said out of love.
Oh yeah, definitely. In the
Definitely. He's
carry on. Yeah.
Oh, he's an awesome guy, and everyone in the captain's chat, we basically have an unwritten understanding that anything we said is all in good fun.
Oh yeah. Like the
and the second thing I like most about the XTC, which came from the ETC, is the whole pairing system. Like you said, it could be that Jason went into this game knowing that it's most probably going to be a very hard game, but he's taking one for the team, for example.
Yes.
Him taking this matchup might have meant that the rest of his team have more favorable games.
Exactly.
And it's one of the hardest parts of being a captain. Well, apart from herding a bunch of cats as a team captain, because sometimes
I mean,
it's crazy. But,
throwing one of your guys under the bus is not an easy decision.
Oh no, but the good thing about that is that you have the power as well. So if someone starts to misbehave in the chat, you just saying, listen, start behaving, or you're going to be getting the red matchup this round. No. But joking aside, sometimes you might have to take one for the team and take a very bad matchup just so the rest of the team gets a favorable result. It's unfortunately sometimes it happens. When I was playing 40k, I received a few red matchups myself, which weren't very pleasurable at all. But at least you have the solace in knowing that you're helping your mates out.
Yeah, we hold that player the goalkeeper for the turn, il portiere, because whatever gets thrown at him, he just tries to take it.
Yeah. So, blue is parked right in front of a debris field.
Oh, yeah, so the rest of the Polish team is doing the kind thing of updating me because no, I have not consulted the tabletop link for the whole tournament I'm organizing. So Poland is currently 5-0 in round 2 against Malaysia. I do not know if this is... Okay, yeah, this is game 6. So they already have 5 wins. This is game 6.
Right, so they have the team win.
Yeah, they already have the team win.
They're just seeing individual wins for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, because one of the recurring things that we've been discussing on the stream these 2 weeks is that winning your group, it's kinda easier than arriving second. Because accumulating team wins is easier than missing one team win but having to deal with individual wins against 5 or 6 other teams.
Definitely. Most definitely. Alright, that round went by very quickly. Yeah, I've been impressed by the pace of play of these two players.
They know what they're doing.
Either that, or you're showing me such a good time, Piffo, that the time is just
Oh,
flying by.
how cute. So blue has 3 damage. I'm reading it correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, on the last hull point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sorry, viewers. I've been slacking and chatting a bit. Didn't see that.
to be very honest, Poland was one of the favorites. To be very honest,
Oh yeah. Like
they're a
since
very
day one.
strong team.
Like since day one, they have been the favorite. They have a great track record because if I remember correctly, they won 2 editions of the X-Wing, ETC, XTC, however you want to call it.
Hey, that tunnel road was blocked.
Yep.
Even Spain as well. Spain has won it once and came second two times
Yes.
in a row.
You know, in this competition, I think more than the individual experience of the players is the experience of the captain. Like, whether it comes from other ETC systems or having previously participated, like understanding the whole dynamics, like keeping the team up for the whole event, keeping the team in check, and keeping the team mostly active and reactive is really, really important. Especially if the event is at least 7 weeks long.
Definitely.
Do you feel the pressure about this?
Um, well, I'll be very honest. All of my team are X-Wing crazy, so they're
Okay.
seeing games during the week to see how the people in our group how they play, if they're noticing any patterns in play. Obviously, a good player would never just do the same thing over and over and over again because that's how you get beaten. But um, they would, for example, my teammate Andrew, he's a very methodical and statistical person, so he would note things like what a person would do when coming close to
Mm-hmm.
debris field or obstacles. He would try and make note of uh, whether the player would ignore it and go through it, or actually try to actively avoid it. Those sort of things. Um, so yeah, my team have been watching practically all the big games. That's for sure. Not only in our group, even in the other groups. Um, Unfortunately, life gets in the way sometimes. So
Yeah.
family responsibilities, definitely. Sometimes they can't watch as much as they want or as much as they can. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'll be very honest. We're Team Malta. We're happy to be here. We're a friendly bunch, and we're having fun in the tournament. Don't get me wrong. We want to win the entire thing,
Oh
and we'll
yeah.
probably win.
I mean, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. As one X-wing could get rid of a whole bunch of Imperials, in the same way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call Malta the underdog. Don't get me wrong. At the same way, the underdog could do really well and end up winning. You don't need to win every single game. You have to be consistent. You have to get to the final stage, and then you have to do good in the final stage.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a
And
round
no, don't get
robin. It's a round robin. It's completely different from a regular tournament.
definitely. And no, don't worry. I don't get. We don't take any offense to the whole underdog comments because we'll be very honest. We're relatively new to the international scene. It's actually, I know it's a bad thing to say, but thankfully, due to these lockdowns and stuff like that, and things moving online, allowed us to take part in international tournaments. All the Ghost Squadron tournaments, at least 4 people in my team have taken part in the majority of them. So we have experience with international tournaments because of the whole online thing.
Yes, the whole situation offered definitely some challenges, but at this point, an opportunity. Because it's only through the work that other content creators have done before us, like namely GSP, Hexiled, the Firecast Squadron, and all the smaller communities that have Fly Better, everyone that has organized something online in this past year, year and a half, that we managed to, the X-Wing community managed to gather the momentum to have a tournament with 38 7 people plus coaches and sub players teams. That's more than 270 participants. Like, let's round it up, 300 participants. And some teams did not participate just because, as you said, life happens. Like, Austria had to withdraw last minute because players could not engage a 7-week tournament. Consequently, United Nations fell back as we had again a even number of teams. But I personally know that some countries are preparing a team for next year, be it online or be it hopefully, let's say hopefully, in presence. So
yeah, definitely.
Anyways, in the meantime, Poland secured their 6th win